Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So what day is today? Today is Monday, woohoo! Everyone loves Monday, I know. So Monday, that means that I am doing a card pull for you guys. I'm doing 3 cards from Trust Your Vibe. I'm doing 1 card from my KuanYin deck. Alright, these are the 2 decks that I usually use on my card pull Mondays. And so my intention that I set for these readings is that they're valid anytime. They're timeless. If you find this video, that's when these cards are meant to be read for you. Alright, so Mondays is what I just described. Wednesdays, what I usually do for you guys is a video of my choice where I go more into depth on something like the law of attraction or mental health. And like I did one on the book, The 4 Agreements. Fridays is a Fun Friday video where I have something a little bit more fun and uplifting. And I take things a lot less seriously on Fridays. So Fridays might also be something in depth, or it might be a card pull. Or it might be something completely different, like me singing a song in sign language. All right, so if you'd like that kind of thing, check out my older videos. I've got a lot of sign language videos there. Some of them are really not good, but, you know, if you want a good laugh, you can check out one of my really old sign language videos. All right. So if you like this sort of thing, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel down below, or that little purple button right there. So, 3 cards already chose themselves. This is going pretty quick. I like that. First card that came up, time for crayons. Break out those crayons, break out those markers, get creative. It's time to take a break and have a little arts and crafts time, boys and girls. All right, so it's time for some crayons. We need to get a little bit more creativity in our life and play and have some fun. This is a number 6. So I'm going to go straight into the book right now. Watch out for the tendency to be way too left-brained for your own good. Getting creative is getting into your right brain. All right. Start spending more time getting right. Step outside of the box of ego-based thinking and patterns. Reactivate your psychic sense and creative soul with some creative and artistic endeavors. Life becomes sterile and intellectual when you forget to exercise your right brain. This card invites you to release your inner artist and urges you to express your sensual side. Have some creative fun. Color, paint, sing, dance, doodle. And no, just thinking about it won't suffice. You actually have to pick up the pencil or the crayon and do it. You are presently at risk of overthinking, overanalyzing, overworking your left brain. So it doesn't matter what you do or how well you do it. It just matters that you express your artistic soul and put yourself solidly back into the flow of good vibrations. That was a good message. Let's see what the second card is. Woo-woo is wonderful. Number 1. Woo-woo is wonderful. So what this card is, I just read this one in a reading not too long ago. This is about learning to trust your vibe, learning that, you know, the woo-woo side of things that people say, oh, you're into that woo-woo stuff. That's wonderful. All right, trusting your vibrations. This is a number 1 card, so the deck is Trust Your Vibes, and their very first card is telling you to learn to trust your vibes. If you want to experience the joy of 6 sensory living, see, we have our 5 senses, and our 6th sense is intuition. You must completely accept your psychic as natural and necessary to living a divinely guided life. Better yet, make it your first sense in terms of value to you. See it as the most glorious part of you, a reflection of your divine nature. Birds have radar, whales have sonar, you have your vibes, your intuition, that little voice inside. It's the divine plan. In feeling and trusting your vibes, it's important to realize that this heart-based sense is actually the universe knocking at your door. See that little door knocker on the heart region? Trying to make your life easier, more successful, more delightful. Who doesn't want their life to be easier, more successful, more delightful? So, learn to trust your vibes, and that can happen for you. Accept that you are a fully operating, divinely guided 6th sensory being who is getting into the flow of higher vibrations and simply enjoy the life of synchronicity and blessings of wonder and beauty that it brings. Let your mantra be, woo-woo is where it's at for me. All right. Third card that came up. I had this just last week. That's okay. Repeats are always good. It always comes up with the message that needs to be said, and I can come up with different messages for same cards quite often. Be flexible. So be flexible. Don't be so right-brained. Actually, we want to be more right-brained. Don't be so left-brained in logical thinking. Be more flexible and get more creativity in your life. Okay, the inflexibility, rigid thinking comes from left brain logic side. So think of left logic and right artistic, whatever. All right, so left is logic. We got to try to work more into the right-hand side, being flexible to allowing creativity into our day-to-day actions, trusting our intuition to be able to help us do that. So being flexible is a number 40. All right, 40. The main reason your guides and angels are with you is to influence you to make the best possible choices for life. Yet even as they offer help, it's up to you to accept and follow your vibes before they can do any good. So learning to trust your vibes and allowing yourself to accept the vibrations and the messages that come through, being flexible enough to receive the message. This means getting out of your rut, changing your plans, taking occasional risks, trusting the moment, being willing to go with the flow. If new inspiration decides to tell you to pick up the crayons, do not be a card-carrying member of Woulda, Shoulda, Coulda Club of lost opportunities and psychic regrets. If you feel a vibe, be courageous enough to act on it. So the vibes are telling you to pick up the crayons and get creative here and to trust those vibes that are coming through, being flexible enough to listen to it, to getting away from that logical side of things. All right, so wonderful message for this week. I'm going to go into the KuanYin cards right now, see what she wants to tell us. She jumped right out at me. She's telling us to sound the fierce flute. Another version of crayons is to make music. If you are musical, you know, you have that old guitar you haven't picked up in years and it's sitting in the corner, you can pick up the guitar and get creative with that. It doesn't matter if you're good or not. What matters is having fun and letting your mind explore the creative side of things. And if you're a flautist, you can pick up that flute and do that and play with the music. Discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your intentions. Like a fierce-sounding flute cutting through all vibrations with purity and intent, your discernment allows you to stay true to your values without getting caught up in distraction. To grow spiritually through love, joy, and peace and abundance, make high vibrational choices that feel good to you. Listening to that vibe to tell you the choices that feel good to you to help you grow spiritually through love, joy, peace, and abundance. Picking up that flute, picking up that box of crayons, those markers, picking up those knitting needles, whatever. Old hobbies that you used to have, you can go back to those to get creative. Becoming flexible, becoming more flexible in your life, and all of that. So I think that was an excellent message that came through today for us. And if you think so too, please give this video a thumbs up. And you can consider subscribing to my channel down below. And I'd love to hear from you down below what topics you would like me to cover and all of that. So all of that being said, I love you guys so very much. I hope you have a blessed and amazing day. Hope you have a blessed and amazing week. And I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.